Alright, ladies and gentlemen. First, we're going to look at one-step equations. So these only take one. You only have to do one thing to solve these. So let's take a look at examples. So how do we solve this? Well, first of all, what do we have here? We have 3 times x equals 36. This is how you say this. But now what? Okay. So what do we do? Well, one way to do it is to think to yourself, 3 times what gives you 36? In this case, 3 times 12 gives you 36. So you could do that. But how? What if you didn't know that? What if you did not know these? What if you did not know these things? There's another way to do it. If you don't know what 3 times, or like what, 3 times what gives you 36, if you don't know the answer to that question, then what could you do? You could divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. You have to do it to both sides. Remember to keep the equation balanced. It's like a scale. You gotta keep it balanced. And here the 3's would cancel out. And so you just get x equals 12. Because 36 divided by 3 is 12. And you could just see 36 and then divided by 3, that's 1. 3, and that's 0, and then 6, and that's 2, and then it's, there we go, and that's nothing, no remainder, no remainder, yeah? So that's how you do something like that. Let's try another one. So what happens here? Well, 6 times y equals 48, that's how you say it. So anytime you're doing multiplication, to get the y by itself, you divide. If you have multiplication, you divide both sides to get the variable by itself. And why do we do that? Why do you have to divide both sides? Well, it's like you're undoing the operation. If you don't know what 6 times what equals 48, if you don't know the answer to that, you just divide both sides by 6. You don't divide both sides by 48 because that doesn't help you. Well, you want to get y by itself. So if I divide by 6, that cancels out, and I get y all by itself. 48 divided by 6. What is that? 48 divided by 6. That doesn't work. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 8 is 48. And so we get 0. So y equals 8. Alright? Let's try another one. Let's look at another one. So make sure you copy down everything, even though you might already know this stuff. Copy down everything. Example 3. Okay, 4 times a equals 46. What do we do? What do we do? You still just divide, right? You just divide. Divide by 4. Okay, alright. So A equals, I don't know, I have to see, was 46 divided by 4. That would be 1, 4, and then nothing, and then 6, 1, 11, 4, that's a 2. I have to put a decimal, right? Put a decimal there. 5. And so I have 20, 0. Okay. So I get 11.5. Ooh. So even if you don't know, you can still do it and then figure it out. Or you could use a calculator. Yeah. You could use a calculator now, but I prefer a calculator. It's a joke. Okay. Yeah. What about something like this? What if it was a little bit different? What if I have, it's like backwards. Now the x is on the other side. You still divide. You just divide by whatever's next to the variable. Some people, they get this wrong all the time. So here I would divide by 40. And then I'm just going to use a calculator for this part. So that part, I'm just going to use a calculator. Okay, so what happens to this? That crosses out, so I just get x by itself. That's good. That's nice. And I can write it like this, or I can also write it like this. X equals, and then the answer over here. Both of those are the same thing. So maybe I'll say that. X equals, or X equals. Usually I'll write it like this, but those are the same thing. So what does x equal? 64 divided by 40. If you do this in the calculator, you do the 64, you do the number on the top first, so it'll be 64, and then hit the divide button, and then 40, 64 divided by 40, that's 1.6. So there we go, or 1.6. Those are both the same thing. And that's one-step equations with multiplication. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's not bad. Four examples. Not bad at all. Goodbye. There's another video though. So I see you soon. I can't see you. It's a video. What are you talking about? Get out of my face.